I'm going to tell you the 6 things I am most looking forward to this weekend. Let's go to Corvallis, number 1. Calling this game, Pac-12 Network, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, USC. That offense, that explosive offense. Mario Williams, Jordan Addison, Travis Dye going back to the state of Oregon. And of course, a Heisman candidate, Caleb Williams at quarterback, against the secondary of the Beavs. I love the secondary of Oregon State. We're talking about Rajon Wright, Alex Austin, the guy who's been there forever, Jaden Grant and company. It's going to be an aggressive style of defense. They're going to be up in the face of these wide receivers. It's going to be physical. Who wins? If Oregon State can slow down USC early in this ball game, they're going to have a chance in this one in front of an incredible crowd. It's going to be a unique environment, but it is standing room only. It's going to be bonkers. I can't wait to be there, and I hope you watch it, and you can. If you don't get the Pac-12 Networks now, go to Sling, go to Fubo. You can find a way to watch this game. You're not going to want to miss this one Saturday night. The second thing I am most looking forward to this weekend, well, I'm staying in Corvallis. It's Oregon State's offensive front against USC's front 7 on defense. Oregon State runs the ball. Jim Mahalchik is widely regarded as one of the top offensive line coaches in America. This offensive line has been moving the ball ever since Jonathan Smith has gotten this job. And USC defensively, they've been opportunistic, creating turnovers, but they have also given up yards in the run game. What gives in this ball game? If Deshaun Fenwick can get going, if this running back core, if the play action game can get going, Oregon State will have the ability to control the clock. USC defensively, they know it's their toughest challenge. How does that group rise up? It's going to be something to tune into Saturday night. The third thing I am most looking forward to this weekend, Washington State hosts Oregon. We've had some fun games in history. And now we got 2 first-year head coaches, both under the age of 40, both with teams that are feeling really good about themselves in what I will call a top 25 matchup. I want to see Oregon go into an unfamiliar environment. Remember what happened in week 1? That game, I call it a road game against Georgia. That was a challenge. Performance anxiety, didn't play their best. How do they handle a standing room only crowd at Martin Stadium? What is Bo Nix like? I think he's going to be able to calm it down. I think this offense will play efficiently. And I think most importantly, the defense, they're going to have to continue to develop. And they have every single week since that week 1 loss. And for Wazoo, another game in the spotlight, but now it's at home. How do you manage that? Cam Ward, we talked in the offseason, he was so excited to play in front of this stadium, in front of this home crowd. Man, this is going to be fun on the Palouse. Number 4, I'm going Stanford at UW. Look back at history. There's been some fun games between these 2 teams. What happens on Saturday night? Stanford coming off a bye, Washington coming off the biggest win they've had in a couple years and the biggest win in the early Kalen DeBoer era with Michael Penix at quarterback. How does this thing shake out? Remember, Stanford deployed the slow mesh against USC. Nobody saw it coming. Well, now they've had another week to work on that. And UW's only had a few days to study that. How do they deal with that style of offense from Tanner McKee, Michael Wilson, David Shaw, and E.J. Smith and company? It's going to be fun to watch. Defensively, my eyes will tune in to Stanford. Can they slow down an offense that no one's been able to slow down? And can they do it on the road in Seattle? We'll find out. Cannot wait to tune into that. Number 5, Arizona and Jedd Fisch going to Cal. Arizona already has 2 wins on the season. Last year, they only had 1. It was against Cal. We all know the game that it happened in. What happens this year? Cal coming off a heartbreaking loss against Notre Dame on the road. A lot of opportunities to win that game. A lot of frustration around that game. How do they respond? How do they deal with a team that's extremely confident in Arizona? And can Arizona get one on the road again? Remember, the opening season win against San Diego State gave this young team a ton of confidence. Jaden DeLora, that will be the key in this game, and Cal will have a plan for him. How does Arizona, the chess match, Jedd Fisch, Justin Wilcox, how does it match up? I don't know, but I will be locked in to this one. Number 6 thing I'm looking forward to this week, and it might surprise you, but it's Utah going to Arizona State. Arizona State made a change. Herm Edwards is no longer there as the head coach. Sean Aguano is the interim head coach. What is this team doing against the preseason favorite in the Utah Utes? Will they come together with over 50 new faces on this roster, or will it be about them as individuals? That will be the challenge. And here's my advice to ASU. You got 9 games left in your career. Unite and compete to do it in an uncommon fashion. And for Utah, they got to put together a full, complete game with a win. They haven't done that yet. this season. I'm looking forward to watching how they handle this on the road and deal with probably the best ASU will play early on in this game. There'll be a ton of energy, a ton of passion in this ball game. How does Utah manage it? How does Arizona State cultivate it? So there it is. Top 6 things I am looking forward to in week 4